Hello and welcome to another video on converting recurring decimals to fractions, and in this video we're going to look at numbers where more than one digit repeats. So the first example that I'm going to go through is 0.18 recurring. So if we write this out in full, well, this is just going to be 0.181818, and that 18 pattern keeps repeating on and on forever. Now, just like before, if we set that equal to x, so we're saying that x equals 0.18 recurring. Now what we did when we only had one digit that repeated was we multiplied both sides by 10. Now unfortunately that's not going to work for this scenario, and I'll just show you why that's the case. So if we multiply this by 10, we get 10x, and if we multiply the right hand side by 10, well, we're just shifting the decimal point one place to the right, so now that's going to be 1.81818, etc. Now hopefully what you can notice is that unfortunately for us, these 8s and 1s do not line up with each other, so we cannot subtract. So how can we get these 1s and 8s to line up with each other? Well, if we multiply by 10 again, then we're going to shift the decimal point one place to the right, or we could think about it as we're going to move each of these digits one place to the left, and that should get them to line up with each other. So instead of multiplying by 10, let's multiply by 100. Now if I just copy my original number down again underneath, and lo and behold, the 1s and 8s do cancel out with each other now, so we can subtract. So 100x subtract x, well that is just 99x. And on the right hand side, well, these 8s will cancel, these 1s will cancel, these 8s will cancel, these 1s will cancel, and we're just left with 18 subtract 0, which is just 18. So we've now got 99x equals 18, and now we can get x on its own, so let's divide both sides by 99, and we are left with x equals 18 over 99. So we have converted our recurring decimal into a fraction. Now we haven't quite finished because we can simplify this. I can see that 18 and 99 are both divisible by 9. So 18 divided by 9 is 2, and 99 divided by 9 is 11. So our answer, which is fully simplified, is 2 11ths. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and this time I'm going to have 3 digits to recur, and hopefully you might be able to spot a pattern as to how many times we're going to multiply it by 10. So let's say we've got the recurring decimal 0.339, and I'm going to put a dot above the first 3 and the 9, which means that the whole 339 pattern recurs. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set that equal to x, and I'm going to write it out in full. And now think about how many times I'm going to multiply by 10. So when we had one digit that repeated, which was from the previous video, I only multiplied by 10 once. When I've got 2 digits that repeat, I'm going to multiply by 10 twice. Here I've got 3 digits that repeat, so the logical thing to do would be to multiply by 10 3 times, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to multiply it by 1000. And again, hopefully you can see that because we multiply by 1000, now the digits line up with each other. So now we're going to subtract 1000x subtract x, well, we're just left with 999x. And now if we subtract these numbers, well, the 9s cancel, the 3s cancel, the 3s cancel, these 9s cancel, these 3s cancel, these 3s cancel, and now we're left with 339 subtract 0, which is just 339. And now we can get x on its own. If we divide both sides by 999, we are left with x equals 339 over 999. And we can just simplify that. I can see that both numbers are divisible by 3, so this is the same as 113 over 333, and that is fully simplified. So the key take home from this is however many digits that recur, that's how many times we multiply by 10. Okay, so I've got 4 here for you to have a go at, so why don't you pause the video and see if you can convert each of these recurring decimals into fractions, and also simplify your answers where necessary. Okay, so let's look at this first one here. So we've got 2 digits that recur, so we're going to multiply by 10 twice. So we're going to first of all set this equal to x, and now I'm going to multiply both sides by 100. And now we can subtract, so 100x subtract x, well that is just 99x, and then these cancel, these cancel, these cancel, these cancel, and we're just left with 36 subtract 0, which is just 36. Now to get x on its own, we just divide both sides by 99, and we are left with x equals 36 over 99, which we can simplify. Both numbers are divisible by 9. 36 divided by 9 is 4, and 99 divided by 9 is 11. So our answer is 4 11. Okay, number 2. So first of all, let's write this out equal to x and then write it out in full. Now, how many digits repeat? Well, we've got 3 digits that repeat, so we're going to multiply by 10 3 times, which is the same as multiplying by 1000. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 1000. And now we can subtract one equation from the other. So 1000x minus x is 999x. And then all of these will just cancel out, these will cancel out, and we're just left with 112 subtract 0, which is just 112. Now if we divide both sides by 999, we are left with x equals 112 over 999. Now can we simplify this anymore? Well, we can't divide by 9 or 3, so I think that is fully simplified. So let's check out number 3 now. So let's write this out in full and set it equal to x. And now I can see that we've got 2 digits that repeat, so we're going to multiply by 10 2 times, so that's the same as multiplying by 100. And now we can subtract, so 100x subtract x is 99x. And then these will cancel, 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 and we're just left with 53 minus 0, which is just 53. And now we can divide both sides by 99, and we are left with x equals 53 over 99, and I don't think we can simplify that, so that is our answer. Okay, we've got one more, and I think I'm going to use maroon this time because I haven't used maroon yet. So 0.521 repeating. So I'm going to first of all write this out in full and set it equal to x. And now think about how many digits repeat. It is not 3 digits, although we've got 3 digits here, only the 2 and the 1 repeat. So we've only got 2 digits that repeat. So I'm going to multiply by 10 twice. I'm going to multiply by 100. And the whole reason I'm doing that is so that these digits line up with each other. If I didn't multiply by 100, if I multiplied by 10 or if I multiplied by 1000, these 1s and 2s would not line up with each other. So we wouldn't be able to subtract. So now we can subtract. So these ones will cancel, 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 cancel. And now here, 1 minus 5, we can't do that. So we're going to have to borrow from the units column. So that becomes a 2. Now that becomes 11. So 11 minus 5 gives us 6. Put the decimal point in. 1 subtract 0 is 1. 5 subtract 0 is 5. And then obviously that is equal to 100x minus x, which is 99x. So again, we can divide both sides by 99. And we are left with x equals 51.6 over 99. Now we cannot have a decimal in a fraction. So if we multiply the numerator and the denominator by 10, that now becomes 516 over 990. And I can see that this isn't fully simplified yet. Both numbers are even, so we can divide both numbers by 2. So we're going to have 258 in the numerator. 990 divided by 2, well, that is 495. Well, can this be simplified any further? Well, I think both numbers are divisible by 3, and I'm just going to use my calculator for this. So 258 divided by 3, that gives us 86. And 495 divided by 3 is 165. So yes, it can be simplified. But I think that's as far as we can go. I don't think we can simplify it any further. So that is our final answer. If you did get any of these as your answer, then you've obviously done the process correct of converting between a recurring decimal and a fraction. And that is the most important part of this lesson. So the extra step is simplifying, and that is a skill in itself. So if you didn't get that final answer, but you got one of these, then that's okay at the moment as well. That is what we're looking at in this lesson. So hopefully these 2 videos were helpful in converting recurring decimals into fractions. And just remember that any recurring decimal can be converted into a fraction, and the method of doing that is by using algebra, and it's all about multiplying by different powers of 10. So however many digits that repeat in our decimal, that's how many times we multiply by 10. Even if we've got a bunch of decimals, just look at the ones that are repeating, and that will tell you how many times to multiply by 10. Thanks for watching.